Hello, hello. What day is it today?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, Michelle.
Hi. How was your day?
My day's all right. I mean, it's Tuesday. I'm already tired. So, what about yours?
Very unproductive today.
Oh gosh.
It's one of those days where you just don't want to do anything.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of get what you mean. Yeah, I don't know. Like, we don't have the luxury to not do anything, you know. I'm teaching a class every day. I don't know about your job, but I have to be there every day for my students. Happy Tuesday, Bill. What are you up to this evening? He's still sucking smoke up here. Hey, ladies. Ugh, man.
I know Spokane was actually on the news today. I was listening to, I think CBS, and they mentioned Spokane and another place had the worst air quality.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Mm-hmm. Wow, I wonder why. There must be a fire near there. So Spokane is in Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our air quality doesn't look good, but it's been getting better, I think, the last couple of days. How's it going, Buffalo Picker? Happy Tuesday to you. Hello, Vintique Chick. Sorry. Chick.
Or Chic.
Happy Tuesday to you. Where are you guys from? What's your names? Yeah, so, okay, that's a good point. It's the worst air quality in the world.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I heard.
So we have a question for, I know, it's been on the news, right? Worst
That's
air quality in the world. We have a question for you guys. It makes sense. It's like orange. Where are you guys selling your products, and who's in charge of taking pictures for the items that you're selling online? Because today's topic is going to be all about creating the perfect photos for your products. So Buffalo Picker says hi. And so there's a lot, there's a lot involved to a good picture for your products. And at the same time, it can be very simple.
Yeah, so when we first started reselling, we had no knowledge of any of this stuff. We literally take our iPhone. I remember taking a picture in the garage, which was really dark, and I was like, as long as it's a white background, it's fine, but it wasn't.
It's night and day. Yeah, Michelle literally took just a cell phone, and like an old cell phone, and I think you had the light on in the garage, which is
terrible.
A yellow light bulb color light. And she just used like our cabinet background and hung the pictures up. It was really, really bad. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing we would do sometimes is hang our items behind one of our doors in our home, which are the white color. Again, it doesn't look professional. I mean, it gets the job done. We did make sales off of that, but it's just, with so much competition out there, you want to make sure that your pictures look like Nordstrom status. And it's not really hard to do that anymore. It's not hard to do that, thankfully. How's it going, Flores Fines? Happy Tuesday to you. Now, Bill said that he takes most but not all the pics. Oh, okay, so does Tori help you then? Bill takes some of those pics. Bill says, Michelle, go with the flow at the beginning.
Oh my God, that was not okay. Go with the flow. Usually that's how I roll, but apparently it's not okay.
You don't go with the flow. That's not true.
I do.
Not true. Okay, anyway, so the first thing that we want to talk about is proper lighting. We do have like a fancy picture of all these kind of expensive lights and a setup, right? You don't need that actually at all. You don't need anything fancy. To be able to take a good picture, the only thing that you really need is an iPhone, which, I mean, I guess it can be expensive to have that.
Yeah.
But that's it. You're good with that. You're good with an iPhone.
Well, so we're talking about proper lighting. So there are sometimes, like I said, a white background does not mean the picture will look white. A white background without the light doesn't appear white in the photo. It appears gray. So you gotta have either studio lighting or natural lighting. So if you're taking a picture inside, you're gonna want to set up your products facing a window so that you're gaining all the natural light that comes through. And if you're able to take your picture outside, do it, because natural light is always the best. And don't use yellow light, only white light.
Exactly, yeah. But we're going to talk about an app in the next couple tips here that you don't even need a white background, because it removes a background from your item.
Yes, but the lighting is important, because
Correct.
Even if you use the app, you have bad lighting, it's not going to show well.
Exactly, but I was referring to the background.
Yes.
Not the lighting. So Bill says, where are your pics being taken at your house? I know we should have provided a picture of our setup, but we have a setup in our kitchen, and our setup looks very similar to the picture that we just showed you a second ago with those fancy lights. So we actually did end up spending some money on lighting and a setup, which we don't recommend you do, especially if you're just starting out. You don't need to do that. We did that, and so that's what we have.
Yeah, and I wish we had more space to actually have like a studio space. That would be really cool. So you don't have to move things around. So our setup is not perfect, but it's doable. So you don't really need a lot of space. Yeah, so we have it in the kitchen.
How's it going, Tori? Happy Tuesday. Hi, Karen. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining. And hello, Mike Wens, 22. Happy Tuesday. The other recommendation, did I do the first one?
I did the first one.
Okay, so the other recommendation is use a tripod. Tripods are so cool. So I recently took a photography class, and then I had to use a tripod so I could take pictures of myself, right? Because Michelle's busy working. It's amazing. Like, you can actually like extend the phone height, and pictures end up looking extremely professional. Most phones now, especially like we use an iPhone, have self timers. They even have portrait mode. The new iPhones just take the most amazing pictures. Oh yes, and so Tori says, love our new studio. Your guys' studio is super duper hot and lovely. Absolutely love your new studio. So Karen said here, so Hollywood. Bill said, thank goodness we have a studio space now.
That's awesome.
You guys have like an entire room, right? Like for pictures.
That's really awesome.
Yes, it's super duper cool. So so that will help, because you can adjust the picture. You can see what it looks like. If you use your hand, which there's no problem with, but you can risk having a lot of smudgy photos, which we've had. Actually, Bill and Tori, you guys are so humble, because actually, aren't you guys photographers, or don't you have like so much experience taking pictures? So feel free to chime in at any moment. Hi there, Dina Smith, 1.
Yeah, and a tripod also helps with clarity and quality of your photos. It also helps with consistency. Let's say if someone is shopping at your store, it would be nice to see everything consistently placed and at a the same angle. The tripod also helps stabilize the camera, which Marina talked about.
Yes, because I've found a lot of pictures with like smudginess.
I've had blurry photos.
You don't want to put those on your posts.
No.
So these tools we're going to recommend are editing tools. Michelle, did you want to review these?
Yeah, so Photo Room is an app that we use, and it saves our day so much. I used to go into Photoshop and take out all the background. Photo Room, super intuitive. You do have to pay, but it's totally worth it.
It's like $30 for a year, and it's extremely worth it.
It's amazing. Even if you have a white product on a white background, it'll still pick up and remove the background. So we highly recommend this app.
Yeah, but even if you have like if you don't have a white background, if you just take a picture of an item on your living room floor or couch, it's going to look amazing. So
yeah, and Photo Room also has different backgrounds. If you don't like white background, and you can actually put products on a different background, so that's really cool. And then there's another app called Canva. They also help you remove white background, and a lot of people use Canva to do like social media posts, and
have you done that? Remove the white background?
No, but there is a tool that's the same as Photo Room, because I looked into it.
Oh, we haven't used it though. There's a lot of those out there, but out of all the ones that we've looked into, we've been doing research for a couple years on that. It's been Photo Room for us. And so let's see here. Tori says tripods are a great tool. We are both photographers. And then she said, it also lets you step back and look at composition when you use a tripod. Yes. I think that's kind of what Michelle was talking about in non-photographic language. And then Tori said, Canva, use it for so many things. Yeah, and even for Poshmark, you can use Canva to make designs, like Michelle was saying, if you have a sale, right? And you can do it for Instagram and all of that stuff.
So we're going to this one. Do you want me to go through this?
Go for it.
All right. So another idea and tip is if you have time, take a basic photo editing class. At times, our phones, whether it's Android or it's iPhone, they may not pick up the colors accurately, even though you have the perfect lighting. Sometimes, my phone would not pick up black color. It becomes like green for some reason. So if you have Photoshop or any other editing tool, you can color correct the color of the item to make sure it matches.
You can. I feel like that's definitely more advanced. But again,
there are free apps you can do
yeah,
that
there's definitely maybe an app on your phone that we're not really familiar with. But like you can nip this in the bud by just having nice white lighting, and it will not mess with the integrity of the colors of your items and pictures.
No, but now I have to point this out because your phone matters. Your phone camera matters. Sometimes the Samsung, we have both. Samsung Android picks up colors really well, but not the iPhone. So having the editing program helps a little bit.
Editing program? What do you mean?
Or any photo editing tool.
Oh, a photo editing tool, which
app.
is included in your iPhone
Yes.
as well. So you can actually use the brightness on your phone, on your iPhone, and you could edit that out. So if it doesn't look good, it looks too dark, you can actually go into your iPhone, into the settings, and increase the brightness level, and it will
Correct.
And it will fix it. So just want to make sure not to overwhelm especially any new people, because if you have an iPhone, it does it all. Bill says, how do you take pics of shoes, bags, non-clothing items? Do you use a light box?
No, we use our setup, which is those two big lights, and we just adjust the angle and put it on a table, and that's it. We don't have a light box.
We don't. I mean, light boxes look amazing. I wish we had one, but we haven't needed a light box. Just with two white lights like you see in the background picture there, like two black square lights. And I believe Michelle has a link of all of our items.
On our website.
It's on our link in bio.
It's a favorite item.
Is it in the link in the bio?
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to
in bio.
see the items that we have a link in our bio and on Instagram at The Flipping Gals, and then you can see exactly what lights we use. But yeah, go into our Instagram account. We have some really amazing pictures Michelle took with, I think it was with the Samsung or the iPhone.
The Samsung.
And just using white light and like the editing settings.
Yeah. When it comes to like shoes, bags, non-clothing item, what I do is make sure the lights are really close. Not too close, but close enough to the product, and it'll pick up all the details.
How about you, Bill and Tori? Do you guys use a light box? How about anyone else? Does anyone else use a light box? And so let's go on to our next tip. So I did want to say one more thing about this one. I did take a photography class for beginners, and it actually was really useful, with what we're doing. Like it's helped me to kind of simplify things and use techniques that are really easy that I didn't know about before.
Yeah.
If you have time, definitely highly recommend it, because photography is a really big part of our job as resellers.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, the Tangled Mess Hustle. Happy Tuesday to you. And Tori says we have one for shoes and
Oh, wow.
and smaller items. Cool. And I want one. I would love one. How do you guys like it? Do you guys love it? All right, so this one's mine. So tip 5, exhaust all images on all platforms. This is important. We know like on Etsy where there are 10, where you can put 10 images. it actually affects the SEO for your Etsy shops for you to exhaust all 10 of the available images there for an item. I'm not sure how it works for Poshmark and Mercari, but Poshmark has 14 spaces for images for one item. Mercari has 12 and eBay has 12. So, you know, exhaust it. Either way, it doesn't hurt. The more information you provide on your item, the better. It's frustrating for me, like when I'm shopping, or even, it's frustrating if I only see like 2 pictures. Like, I just don't feel satisfied only with 2 pictures. I would like details. I would like to see, give me the tag. I want to see the tag. I want to see the material, which you can take pictures of if the tag is there and it says it on there. And I want to see like what things are made out of, right? I also want to see details. Like if there's any cute details on the items that I would appreciate. Even a close-up picture of like a shirt with a cute dog on it. I would love that. So exhaust your pictures. And so, hi there, one phone gallery. Happy Tuesday to you. And Bill said the light box is a game changer. So crisp and color saturated. I want a light box. All right, Michelle.
All right. This one is piggybacking Marina's comment about exhausting photos. Make sure you take multiple shots from varying angles. It's important that you, in addition to different angles, if there are hole stains or anything dings on it, you got to take a close-up picture of it just to make sure you disclose that information.
Yeah, and as a seller, that protects you, because if a buyer purchases an item and they didn't notice it, well, you did list it in your pictures, and also make sure to describe the item exactly as well.
So angles include bird's eye, low angle, eye level, high angle, slanted angle, whatever you can think of.
Yes, and we have a couple comments here. Tori says, I always show the lining, which isn't really that important, but people might want to see. I want to see. I like the lining. I like seeing all the angles. I'm weird like that.
Yeah?
See? People want to see. So these are just a couple of images we're showing of like shoes. You could do, like Michelle was saying, aerial shots, slanted shots, one shoe and like a direct shot right in front of the shoe. You want to get the soles of the shoe, brand, wear, whatever on there. And the same goes for a purse, right?
All right.
Okay, so I guess we've already talked about this a little bit, but display the details. Details are important, especially brands, right? So pictures are powerful. If you have an item that's like a high-end brand, get in there with your camera and explode that brand on your camera and fill up the shot, the space with the brand name. It's going to bring value. So the purpose of brands on items is that they bring value to your item. That
you need a tag, right?
The tag with the brand name.
Yeah. The
purpose of brands, right? Like we could just say backpack. There's a Chanel backpack right here. We could just say, okay, we have a backpack. Look, it's awesome. But look how smart. Somebody decided to take a close-up picture.
It's not a Chanel backpack, but it's okay.
It's a knockoff?
No.
I don't know my brands.
No, they're 2 separate photos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But one is a tag, you're right. One is a tag. It's important to take a photo of the tag. The other one is like a zip backpack where you have it open and you can see the pocket inside. So it's important to take a picture of the pocket inside a purse. Yeah,
exactly. So all those details are important. You know, you want to take pictures of all the pockets in there. People want to know how many pockets are in there. Bill has a question. What's the oddest item you photographed? That's a good question.
The baby little thing? I don't
know. The oddest. Oh gosh, I don't really know. That's a good one. Yeah. No idea?
No.
We'll have to get back to you on that one, Bill. We don't really know what the oddest thing is. I mean, that big, huge stuffed animal dog.
Yeah.
All right. So let's continue here. We have Michelle's your turn. Backdrop.
Yeah. So we do have a backdrop. It's a white, all white, seamless backdrop. And we prefer white because it's simple enough. It looks like any other photos that are in stores. And SEO wise, actually, if you have a white background, your search result will perform better.
It's so funny. Thrifty Space Queen said my foot in the picture. LOL.
Oh my god, that happened to me.
That's hilarious.
Sometimes I had to Photoshop my body parts in there.
No, it was embarrassing because Michelle's, it's like Thrifty Space Mom, her foot was in the picture and we sold this item and it was so embarrassing. Because I'm like, it was a sleeping bag and it was like her dirty bare foot was in the picture and it was embarrassing.
It was sold. It was a nice background.
So embarrassing.
It's a prop.
Oh my gosh. All right. But anyway, yeah, so another tip, especially if you're selling clothes, is to tape your measurement tape to a table. So we do have a table that we use, actually it's when you're taking pictures. Some people like to take pictures of the measuring tape across their items, which is fine. Or it's just convenient when you're listing, right, to have it taped on your table.
Yeah, it's so convenient. So how I do it is we take photos and then we measure the item and then we kind of put it in inventory. So it helps. You don't have to use a tape and measure the clothes, and you just put it on the table and you know exactly the measurements, and then you kind of record it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take you guys through our setup one of these days. It's something else. All right. So the next one here is yours, Michelle.
Center items on all four corners. Don't leave empty spaces.
What I was gonna say is like center your item. You know, there's a pair of shoes here. Make sure that it's in the middle of the square of the camera. So you don't want it to be too high up or too far to the left. You want it to be smack in the middle of the shot. And if you can even just get a little closer and don't leave too much empty space in your pictures, why not take up as much real estate as possible? Mm-hmm. How's it going, Daniela? Happy Friday. I mean, what day is it? Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Sorry, Tuesday. Hi, Cynthia. Happy Tuesday to you. How are you guys? All right. Enjoy your pizza, Tori. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Tori. Ooh, I want pizza.
Yes, I want pizza too.
Actually, that sounds good for dinner. All right. So the next tip is hang the item or do a professional flat lay. Don't put item on floor or bed or behind a door, which we have done before. We literally put a shirt on the floor and we had our tiles as the background. It was terrible. Don't do that.
But you can do it if you use the Lightroom app because no one will see the background.
Yes.
But but don't include those kind of backgrounds in your actual pictures, like floor, carpet, because that's like where we put our feet and stuff. And some people are germaphobes. Like I'm a germaphobe, and I don't know. I wouldn't feel so well about that.
So what we usually do is hang the item. However, there are times when we do a flat lay. It's like when you do shorts. Items that are smaller, I think it looks better on a flat lay, or if you do jeans, sometimes I do a flat lay. So it's up to you, and feel free to add some props if you want to. It'll make it look pretty.
Yeah, so Bill says that he takes his flat lays on their new floor. They have brand new floors that are extremely clean and unstepped on. So yes, and they look really cool as well. We do have a couple comments here. Let's see here. Danielle said, I wish it was Friday. I know. I wish. Can I just do this? Never mind. Can I just no. All right. I wish I could just make it Friday for everybody every single day.
You said something else.
Yeah. Okay. So which one, Michelle?
Hi, Bill. I had a massive meltdown, but I'm good now. LOL. Bill says, I take my flat lays on their new floor. Yay. And then Daniela says, just reaching a breaking point. It happens to everyone, especially as an essential worker. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I can't imagine being an essential worker. Thank you for everything you do, Daniela.
What? Yeah. So happy Tuesday, Smashing Seconds. We do have one last tip here for you guys, which is last tip: be fast but do a good job. So, you know, we kind of had this entire live centered around taking pictures, and over time this will just become second nature. But you don't want to spend like an hour editing every photo because it's not worth it, right? So you want to be quick, but you want to do a good job and pay attention to the different tips. Let us know if we left anything out of our tips that we talked about tonight. And so you don't want to be like this guy here. This guy here says, I'll just edit my photo until it looks good. And then the dude below him, which is a skeleton, says, don't worry, I'm almost done, I swear. Yeah, it's hard to see that meme, but it's basically some dude behind his computer. And then, you know, several decades later, he's a skeleton and he's not done editing his photos.
Yeah, I think
you don't want to be like that.
Yeah, graphic designers can relate to this because you do want to make sure everything is perfect. And yes, Marina is correct. Don't spend too much time editing it. It doesn't need to look perfect. It's good enough. You know, just think about it. If you were a shopper and you see these photos, are they good enough? If the answer is yes, then you're good.
Work smart, not hard, says Bill. All right. Yeah. So Daniela says, thank you. I'm a state worker. I work in administration for unemployment and temporary disability.
Wow.
Oh, you must be extremely busy. Definitely thank you for doing that because a lot of people are unemployed right now.
You're totally
With the pandemic.
essential
Yes.
at this time. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. We hope you have a beautiful Tuesday night and stay tuned for tomorrow's live. We will see everyone tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.
Good night, everyone.